Welcome to the NEC Big Game in round 13 of the Winfield Cup between Parramatta and Manly Warringah. Today's clash coming from the Parramatta Stadium, and as we enter this last round of the first half of the Winfield Cup series, Parramatta and Manly are equal second with 18 points on the premiership table. The Eels have only been beaten once here, and that was by the reigning premiers Canterbury. Their lineup for today is Delroy, Jackson, Hunt, Muggleton, Barnes, Kenny, Sterling, Price, Laurie, Wynn, Leabeater, Mosley and Lillis. And their coach is John Mooney. The Eagles come into this match after going down narrowly last week to Souths, but the weekend prior to that, they had a big win over Canterbury. Their team has been chopped about. Dale Shearer fullback, Ronson on the wing with Stuart Davis in 15, Close and Phil Blake in the centres, Cox and Hasler, Lyons and Cleal, Cullum in the second row, Paulson in the front with Cochrane and Daly. And they're coached, of course, by Bobby Fulton. The man in charge in centre field is Kevin Roberts, before a big crowd at the stadium for this clash between traditional rivals Parramatta and Manly Warringah. So it's Parramatta running from right to left, and the kick-off allowed to go into touch. The winger and the second rower both not convinced they could take it cleanly. An awesome experience, I would imagine, for the Sea Eagles. Their first occasion at the stadium, and they win the first scrum. Dale Shearer wearing the number 4 jumper tackle. Close. Paulson's put it down. The Eels have had their chance, but they haven't grabbed it. So the scrum just inside the Manly 22 and a Parramatta feed. A beautiful day in Sydney, and it certainly has attracted many thousands of people here to the stadium. This is Delroy, the fullback, working off a Sterling pass and a Mosley scrum win. Now it's Lillis. Of course, Jeremy Lillis is one of the players that fits under the question, can the Parramatta pack match it with Manly? Now it's Brett Kenny, floating the ball for Brian Jackson. Inside pass for Hunt, across the Laurie. They're 15 metres out from the line. Sterling. Big in goal here, and it's gone over the dead ball line for the line blocker. The NEC replay of Peter Sterling. As I said in Eyewitness News on Friday night, he knows how to kick, but he certainly knows how to kick when it comes to Parramatta Stadium. He uses every available inch of space, and there's a lot of it in the stadium in goal. Dale Shearer struggling to keep up after taking a tackle, one of the first in the match. This man is Barnes. There's Dale Shearer. He's taken a tackle. There was a question mark on whether he should play. And already, apparently, he's in trouble. And a penalty goes to the Eels against Daly, the number 13. See it again. Jackson was tackled and held, and then Daly decided to put him down again. So Hunt with the number 3 jumper on today. The very famous goal kicker normally wears it. He's got it. Yes, it's a goal into the crowd at the back of the uprights there. 2 points to the Eels. Kick by Neil Hunt. And there it is, the first scoreline in the NEC big game for today. Barnes tackled just inside the 32. First tackle, says the referee, reminding them that he nullified the tackle count. Wynn gets it across on the run around to Laurie. And Laurie to play it almost in the centre of the field. Wynn. Mosley on the run around. Lillis just held it. Good tackle there. Coming in was Richie Paulson. He does hit and hits very hard. Away to Laurie. Laurie decides to go off his left foot. Puts Delroy into an opening. Delroy! He's over the line, and he got the ball down. It's a try to Parramatta's fullback, Mick Delroy. Very good work by Mark Laurie. You see it again on the NEC replay, the grounding of the ball, but look at Mark Laurie's lead-up work. He ran into an opening, he got support from Delroy, he went in and out again, and then he goes in, and there goes the ball down with downward pressure. So it was a fair try scored by Parramatta.
Parramatta have been probing down this blind side for the last 10 minutes. It finally worked for them with Laurie hitting the line. He picked up Delroy. Delroy showed a little bit of an in and away and crashed his way over.
Mark Laurie, one of rugby league's most travelled footballers, and I don't necessarily mean in geographics, but he's been all over the park as far as a player in first grade for the Eels is concerned. Mick Delroy, a youngster only just called to the top grade. He's there for Paul Taylor at the moment, and 21 years of age. He worked originally out of the Layla Park Junior Club. Neil Hunt, 8 metres in, 23 out. Strikes it nicely. He got it away okay, but it's wide. And so the Eels lead the Eagles. 6 points to nothing. Early minutes of the NEC big game. Dummy half Sterling, and now with Kenny to the 10-metre line, Jackson. And Jackson fires the ball back inside for Kenny to Hunt, and across now for Laurie to put it down behind him. Manly tow it through. Dale Shearer. Now we'll see how injured he really is. He's stretching out and keeping it on the toe, but a missed kick has probably cost them a try. Back inside to Davis. No, it hasn't. Davis is going to score. Davis scores an Eagles try. Well, what a try. Just when the Eels seem like they might score, the ball goes down and Dale Shearer puts it on the toe, and then the chase is on. The pass from Hunt to Laurie went down, and Dale Shearer, we've been talking about how he's been playing with a problem. He missed kicks here. I thought for sure the try would break down at that point, but he comes back and around, and Davis comes into a huge opening, and he'll put it down under the uprights. It'll be converted, and it will be 6 points all in just a jiffy.
Well, what better example of the way a game of football can change in the twinkling of an eye. There was a breakdown in the Parramatta defence. They all went for the one man instead of holding off, and Stuart Davis shows his elation.
Stuart Davis called to the top grade in times of need by Manly's coach Bobby Fulton. He never lets him down. He had that season at Eastern Suburbs. Mel Cochran. The advantage of not only being a good hooker, good dummy half, good open player, but also a goal kicker. He gets the extras for the Eagles, and it's 6 points all in the NEC big game. Peter Wynn. Sterling. Muggleton! Up to the 32-metre line. Ray Price. He's run away from Jackson. And he's put down as Dale Shearer comes in on the Manly 22. Sterling, Kenny, cut out pass, Delroy, Jackson inside, Jackson lets it go willy-nilly, and Cleo comes up with it. And Ray Price is getting some attention in back play. Peter Sterling, short ball for Delroy, and the fullback and try scorer put to ground. That's the second tackle. Win, Barnes. Held by Des Hasler. Good defence by Hasler. He played at the football. It's a good trick if you look like you're going to be forced over the line. Get yourself under the football. And between that and the ground, Sterling. Across now for Brett Kenny. Kenny put down on, that's 4. They're 9 metres out from the line. The Manly defence, as has been the case so often this year, holding tight. A feature of their game this year, the Eagles, and here it is again. Will it hold this time? Sterling gets the kick in. It'll be a 22 play. Oh, Cullum! Oh dear. Doug Daly, Bobby Fulton and Roy Bull just shut their eyes simultaneously as Cullum tantalisingly played with it. There's the siren, so you'll just see the decision to go against the feed. That's 2 for the first half. Sterling puts the bomb over the up and under in midfield up, and Shearer puts it over the dead ball line. So that's half-time. Let's take a comment at the stage from Graham Hughes.
Very much a battle of the walking wounded here at Parramatta Stadium. 26 very tired footballers who are really looking forward to this half-time break. The key to this outcome for me remains very simply in the second half performances of both Peter Sterling and Brett Kenny.
Ball placed by Manly's fullback, Dale Shearer. And Sterling it is who gives it immediately to Peter Ford. Laurie. 125 tackles required by Manly. A huge effort by them, particularly young Cullum with 21, and for Parramatta 92, and Mosley topped their count with 20.
What comes out of all of those statistics is Parramatta had plenty of possession but only went into the score at 6-all. I think they had the better of that first half, but Manly have shown that the Eels aren't unbeatable.
Well, I think Canterbury's already done that.
Oh, I'm talking about today. You know, a lot of people thought it was a foregone conclusion.
Sterling. Kick going very close to the touchline. Oh, well done. Well done, David Ronson. That ball gave him an awful bounce. Just outside the 22. Shearer. Jackson, the tackler. Scrums and penalties. 6-3 the scrums to Parramatta. 4-2 the penalties. Also to Parramatta. And there's the important statistic out of the scrums these days. Parramatta won 2 against the feed.
Ray, we've had 6 minutes gone in the second half, and Mal Cochran has been searching for a mouth guard. He's already had the Manly trainers set upfield, looking in the in-goal area from the first half where he thought he had placed it. They've also been in the dressing sheds checking the lockers, and the trainer, I think we might have a shot of the trainer on the sideline waiting for a break in play now to finally go out with a replacement.
So Cullum to play it. Now it's Hasler. Cox. Cleo. Lyons. Switching it across the back of the ruck. Cox got around Price, turned it inside for Lyons. There's trouble here for Parramatta. Close is going for the corner. Close will score. Yes! Chris Close scores. Third try of the day at the stadium. Cliff Lyons played a very, very big part in this try for the Eagles. You'll see him switch this ball back across the ruck. That was him who threw that pass. Then he backed up Mitchell Cox, found an opening and found Chris Close supporting him. And then, of course, when Close gets those legs pumping away, he's tremendously difficult to stop.
When the ball was switched back to the blind side here by Lyons, it didn't look like there was much on, but Cox created. He stepped off the right foot to beat a tackle, stood in another tackle, got the ball back to Lyons. Lyons looked on his inside, and who was there? Chris Close, like a block-busting train, was hit just short of the line, but momentum carried him over.
Chris Close, the try scorer, 27 years of age. These days, Australian rep, Queensland rep. Missed tackle count in the first part of the second half. 6 by Parramatta, none by Manly. Cochran from about 12 metres in, 20 metres out. Left the boot sweetly. He's got it. Good kick by Mal Cochran. And the Eagles leading by 12 points to 6. And the elusive mouth guard is back in his mouth. Doesn't fit, eh? Ball played by Peter Ford. Well, this has got to be a penalty to Parramatta. He's given it to Manly. Yeah, he's... Well... He's given it to Manly. He's claimed that Ford has picked the ball up out of the play-the-ball contest. Let's have a look at the replay. I thought he may have got Lyons for not releasing the tackle player, which is a fair comment, I think, to make. The marker was not supposed to touch the man with the ball, and Lyons actually never did that, but Roberts has chosen to use the other rule, which is handling the ball in the play-the-ball contest. Cochrane, he likes it. It's a goal. Another 2 points to Manly, another 2 points to Mal Cochrane, and 14-6. Manly leading Parramatta. Delroy. Peter Wynn. 5 tackles gone. Play in the centre of the park as Sterling goes for the up and under. Kenny had it and put it down. It's a knock-on in goal. Kenny most definitely had it. In fact, looking at the replay, Close appeared to get hold of one of Kenny's arms and hold him back out of it. So it's Manly now. There's Blake. Cleo. He's certainly proving a menace for Parramatta.
I don't think there's anyone enjoying having to tackle him.
Hasler. Mosley the tackler. Cox. Cox might regather this. He does. Tackled by Muggleton. 5 gone inside the Parramatta 22. Cochrane out to Davis. Davis back to Close. He juggled it down around his backside. Then from Blake to Cox. Cox away. Runson! Runson scores for the Manly team. The maroon and white flags in the air as Manly score yet another try. Their 3rd for the match. Scored by Ronson. Have a look at Chris Close. He's found another way to carry the football. Davis was given a bad pass, and Close, have a look at Close. That's a good trick. He looked like he was going to hatch the football. Then he got it back in his hands, and it went along the line. So much so that it was David Ronson on that far wing able to pick up the extra 4 points.
Well, when you watch the ball movement here by Manly, you wouldn't believe that they were playing against a tough Parramatta defensive side, because the ball moves across the face of the defensive line, pass after pass, but no Parramatta player, and you can see it here, is committing themselves to make a tackle. Finally, Barnes came in to make one, but he didn't arrive in time. The ball shifted onto Ronson. He beat the cover and crossed in the corner.
David Ronson, the try scorer, he represented New South Wales at Lang Park the other night in the State of Origin under-19s match and was one of their stars and a permanent first grader with Manly these days. 3 out of 3 for Cochrane. From the 22 line, on the touch line, it's short and across the face, so no change. Manly leading 18 points to 6 here at the stadium in the NEC big game. Cullum to play it now. Just a reminder that Phil Blake, before the teams took the field, was moved into the centres. Some of you might have been wondering why hasn't Blake gone in and taken. Oh, look at Cleal. Ah, great run. Then to Close, then to Cleal. Then a long ball for Stuart Davis. Blake's coming up on his inside. Then Davis is tackled 10 metres out from the Parramatta line. But Close and Cleal really put it together. Here's Mitchell Cox. Cox still going, 2 metres out from the line.
Parramatta right on the rack here.
Now it's gone blindside for Blake. A one-hander out the back for Davis, and Davis is over for another Manly try. Their 4th try of the match. Davis scores his 2nd. to 6. Well, this try came about as a result of great lead-up work by Close and Cleal more particularly. And what you're seeing really is the wash-up of the lead-up work that they had done.
The Parramatta defence here shot to pieces. Manly, very little space to work in, but they still came up with a try.
So the elation on Stuart Davis's face. He scores his second try. He loves to score a try. Here's Cochrane from the 22 on the touchline. Left the boot nicely. Oh, that's a great kick, Malcolm Cochrane. In anybody's book, that's a beaut kick. 24-6 in favour of the Eagles after it was 6-all at half-time. Kenny. Muggleton, Kenny. Mosley, Sterling, Laurie. Now it's away to Delroy. Jackson. 24-6 in favour of Manly. Only 13 minutes of time to go, and Lee Beater is about 7 metres out from the line. Sterling. Price. This Manly defence, though, it's wonderful up to this point in time. Delroy, a metre short. Parramatta must score if they get a quick play of the ball. And there it is, Peter Wynn going in for Parramatta's second try. Manly quite simply ran out of numbers as Parramatta picked up their second try. But up to this point in time, their defence had been absolutely magnificent. Obviously, with a 24-6 scoreline in your favour, it is possible to become a little bit complacent. But Parramatta did pile on some very, very bright attack to put Peter Wynn in for the try. 28 years of age. A man who's seen more downs than ups, really, in rugby league, Peter Wynn. Incidentally, I meant to mention earlier that funeral of Jack Boyles is 9 o'clock Tuesday at St Patrick's, Parramatta. Magnificent man, one of the best this game has ever seen. And there's Muggleton missing the kick at goal. 24 points to 10 as the scoreline in favour of Manly in the NEC big game. Paulson, he's lost it. Sterling, they've got to score if the big pass comes from Kenny. Kenny dummies, goes himself. Jackson scores. Jackson's going around to improve it. Another try for the Eels. 4 tries to 3 now. 24-14 is the score. Paulson loses the football. Price sweeps it to Sterling, and then Kenny, he throws the dummy and goes himself here, uses Muggleton as the decoy, and then he puts Jackson in to score Parramatta's third try. 9 minutes of the match to go, and Peter Sterling has taken over as the goal kicker.
Well, Manly can't afford to make these sort of mistakes in their own quarter. It gave Parramatta the opportunity to post even further points. I don't know that they can win the match, but they are back in it.
Sterling's attempt at conversion was unsuccessful, and I know you've heard it before, but at least 6 points have gone begging for the one of a goal kicker. 24-14, Manly leading. Shearer kicking it deep. Ray Price takes it. Can I just ask one question of you guys? Was Eden hurt in the lower grades?
No, he's on the bench.
I know he's on the bench, but the question was he hurt in the lower grades?
He was available for this one, and Parramatta have missed 4 kicks for goal.
and they needed to replace a winger. That's what I can't understand. Surely, even if he's playing out of form, he could have done the job on the wing, surely. Here's Kenny now after the 32. Well, there's Eden there. He doesn't look like he's got the plague or anything. Don't make any mistake about it. He's sitting there with at least 8 points sitting in his boots. 10 toes, but he's got 8 points sitting there. Is Dale Shearer coming back with it? Close. Ronson. Cox's kick is just what they wanted. Something deep, straight down towards the try line, and then a good chase. Ford. Peter Ford down, up again. This is Barnes. Good run by Barnes. Out to the 40-metre line. Almost to the halfway. Peter Witt. Sterling. They've got the numbers here. Kenny. Kenny's into a hole. Cleal is chasing. Kenny's calling players inside. Took him half an hour to answer his call. Delroy. Peter Ford now. Ford up to the 22. 6 minutes of time remaining. 10 points the difference in favour of the visitors. Peter Witt. Ray Price. They'll score again. They'll score again. Brett Kenny goes in. Brett Kenny scores Parramatta's 4th try. This is an amazing turn of events here. 24-18 is the score now. And I promise I won't come back with the goal-kicking story again. You can work that one out for yourself. Ray Price, Brett Kenny, got inside Dale Shearer, tried to improve, and Phil Daly cut him down.
Parramatta are running hot here with the ball, but the Manly defence has fallen apart. That was a fairly ordinary attempt by Shearer. I know that he's injured, but it came after a lot of other missed tackles.
So we've now got another goal kicker. Mick Delroy. They threw him the football, said, here, you have a go. Hunt, Muggleton, Sterling, and now Delroy. He's missed it. So 24 points to 18. Manly leading Parramatta. Sterling is looking up at the timepiece. As Manly make a very late change, they put a half-back on for a front rower. Shearer plays it. Cleal. Cleal passes. Now it's Hasler. Hasler. Now Cullum. Cullum going right down to the line. Manly scores the last try of the match. It's been a smorgasbord of tries. The first match these two clubs have played since 1981 at this location. They played a draw on that occasion. I can remember the final minutes of that match. They were probably just as exciting as these, but this time we have a result. Manly, with Cullum going in to score their 5th try, lead by 28 points to 18.
Noel Cleal shows us here how dangerous a big man in the centre of the rucks with a step can be. It was that step that allowed him to stand in a tackle, then on to Cochrane, back to Hasler, and finally Peter Cullum, playing in something like his second first-grade game, shows plenty of pace to come up with the 4 points.
No doubt, in my opinion, though Cullum scored the try, and congratulations to him. Cleal was the man who did the lead-up work, and in fact Cleal has been the difference between these two sides. His second half performance, outstanding, to say the least. Matter of fact, it only just took my mind as I was looking at that replay. It was here in 81, wasn't it, when they played that magnificent draw on the old Cumberland Oval. It's the first time the Eagles have been back And of course, the two clubs celebrating 40 years in the game, are they not, simultaneously this year? They weren't doing the anniversary waltz out there today, but I'll tell you what they were doing. They were scoring plenty of tries. 9 between them as Mal Cochrane gets the extras. And Manly have won the match. There's the siren. That's the longest 1 minute of football I've ever sat through. Maroon and white reign supreme here tonight, with Manly winning the game by 30 points to 18. Well, a match that at half-time was locked together. I made the comment then, they'll be both very glad when it's over, as they both went in with a lot of injuries. And then Manly led 24-6. Parramatta came back to 24-18 before Manly won 30 points to 18. Stuart Davis scored 2. Close Ronson Cullum 1. Cochrane a great goal-kicking performance, 5 of them. Parramatta, Delroy, Wynne, Jackson, Kenny tries and Hunt a goal before being replaced.